Okay. Hello, my name is Abby Wright, and I'm a mechanical engineering major and a member of Cohort 9 of the Lockheed Martin Leadership Institute in the College of Engineering and Computing at Miami University. So welcome to our next installment of Where Are They Now, where we're conducting interviews with alumni of the Leadership Institute to see where their journeys have taken them since graduation. So today we're talking to Zane Shreve of Brock Solutions. Zane graduated in 2018 and was a member of Cohort 5. So, Zane, welcome. We're so delighted to have you here today.
Thank you. Yeah, very, very excited to get to catch back up and reconnect with the Institute. Really happy.
Awesome. So let's get started with, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing in your career since graduating from Miami and from the Institute?
Yeah, so like you said, I graduated from Miami in 2018. I was an electrical engineering major, had a computer science minor. So right after graduation, had accepted a job during senior year. So I moved to New York City, where I still live and work. I'm based out of Queens. My company, Brock Solutions, is an engineering company. So we do contract work with airports, mostly in North America, but branching out into Europe and Australia as well. So we do the commissioning and write code for the baggage conveyor system. So everything that moves around behind the scenes that gets checked luggage, you know, from the gates to the planes and from the planes out to the luggage carousels. So I've been on a handful of projects locally here at JFK and LaGuardia, you know, doing both work from home stuff, coding development at home, and then on-site commissioning work.
Awesome, too cool. So what are some of the biggest obstacles you face going from college to work, and also especially, you know, right now and this kind of crazy time?
Yeah. So the biggest thing for me initially was probably working remotely. So we don't have like a base office here in New York. My company is actually based out of Canada, Kitchener near Toronto. And so that was kind of tough for me coming out here initially, even though now it's kind of the norm for a lot of people. I was just starting out and we were doing a lot of development. So doing that kind of remotely where I wasn't really accustomed to the work yet or familiar with my project team, I just found it, you know, really difficult to kind of integrate with the team, get up to speed on all my tasks. And I'm kind of like, naturally, my tendency is to like try to not to be bothersome, not really bug somebody. You know, maybe they're busy, maybe they're doing something. But I kind of had to learn how to put that behind me, do a quick 180, and just kind of get comfortable asking questions, reaching out, like saying, hey, like, can we set up this quick conference call? You know, just so I could kind of keep up with the work that I was doing. So I've definitely improved on that. And yeah, so now that, you know, a lot of people have been working from home and I've been personally working from home since about March, along with most of my coworkers, you know, even those up in Canada that were previously in an office setting, a lot of them have been working from home. So it's just gotten easier and everyone, I think everyone has gotten better kind of about communicating remotely and still being able to hold, you know, yourself and your coworkers accountable for the work. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And that's crazy that something so important as airports and now you can do that virtually.
Yeah, it's, you know, we've got a lot of great tools that, you know, we were kind of using these tools, you know, pre-pandemic as kind of in-office simulation environments where we can, you know, kind of draw up a model of the airport and simulate how the bags are going to run through, and, you know, check out that the code is doing what it's supposed to be doing. I mean, we've kind of, as a company, have kind of like leveraged that technology to now be able to, you know, show that to clients remotely. We used to have a lot of like big get-togethers where the clients would come in, we kind of demo stuff in an office, and now we're just kind of expanding a lot more to do things remotely, which has really helped, you know, especially as the company is kind of expanding on a more global scale and yeah, kind of really kind of taking advantage of how easy it is now to share.
Yeah. So are you finding that because of all that, you're there are a lot of more opportunities, not only just for the company, but for yourself?
In what way specifically? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I guess in terms of, being able to do things virtually and showing clients things virtually, are things kind of, is it improving how you work with clients or the types of opportunities that your company is able to do? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, kind of for me personally, I guess it's allowed me to have, I guess, maybe more of an active role. It was easier, I guess, when I was remote and everybody else was in an office, maybe around the same conference table doing a meeting. It's a lot easier to speak up when everybody's on the phone as opposed to, when you're like one of the outsiders. So I think that has been, that's been an improvement as well, if that answers kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, thank you. Also, so what did you learn in the Leadership Institute that has made a difference in understanding what's going on around you within, work or also now?
The biggest thing that I probably gained from the Leadership Institute has just been adaptability. And, that's kind of invaluable in both work and personal life. With the work that I do, there's a lot of shifting schedules. Sometimes you're called in to go on site unexpectedly. Occasionally there's weekend work. You've got delays, push deadlines, just there's a lot of construction-based schedule changes that can kind of really just throw a wrench in whatever plans that you kind of had. And so just being able to be adaptable and kind of roll with the punches on that is huge. And, from the Leadership Institute, I was definitely able to learn strategies that help me kind of keep focus, handle conflicts and stress that pops up when things don't go right, and then finding ways to turn those setbacks into opportunities. Oh, there's a delay on this. Well, now we've got another 2 weeks. Like, let's take another look at this part of the code that maybe we weren't so sure about. That kind of thing. And then I think personally, adaptability is just so important in this kind of moment in history, to just be able to react and respond to just so many changing rules and regulations and medical recommendations, related to COVID, and ones that have pretty serious implications, especially here in New York, where, we've been through, hopefully what's been the worst of this. It's just been moving to see just the resiliency of the people here, and really telling of how personal adaptation can be so powerful.
Right. No, it's amazing. And then as a student that's still at Miami, but also specifically in the Institute, what do you suggest, excuse me, that I should be learning more right now and focusing on?
So to focus on, I would just say generally, as much as you can. I'm kind of the opinion that having a breadth of knowledge is better serving than having such a depth. Really don't be afraid to kind of go off on tangents and kind of jump into something that interests you. I feel like even if you lose interest on something that maybe you sunk some time in and did some research on and investigated, you'll still retain some of that information, and then you've also improved your ability to seek out information, and you've kind of helped yourself learn in that way. And I think it's also really important to learn as much as you can about yourself, about the way that you learn, kind of take stock of the things that maybe trip you up, learn how to take criticism, how to respect and understand feedback that other people are giving you, and kind of use it to improve yourself, and then how to give criticism as well. I think that's a two-way street that a lot of people, I think, often only take one way. Being able to give out constructive criticism, feedback that other people are able to act on, in a way that will kind of be for the better of everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for all that advice. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so, Zane, thank you so much for your time today. It was awesome talking to you and hearing your insights.
Yeah, no problem. Always great to catch up with somebody from the Institute. Yeah, really nice to meet you, Abby, and I hope you all the best as you continue to navigate kind of the remote learning and everything that's going on.
Thank you. It was so nice talking to you.
Yeah, you as well.